Hello and welcome back to another episode of Forgotten Standards. A little bit of housekeeping before we get started. I just want to thank you for the unprecedented growth of my channel currently. I believe the 0.1%, the 0.5% have now become the 2.7%. So if you do want to join us, it's pretty lit. The idea behind this series is that I'm sure a lot of jazz musicians can relate to this. There was a time when I was learning a lot of standards. But that time has definitely passed. I now learn standards when I absolutely have to, since we end up playing the same thing most of the time to get through gigs, which is not what you really want in terms of the progression of your life, right? So I thought this was a fun idea to sort of look at the standards that I always scroll past in the real book on my way to finding all the standards that I need to know for the gig. Hence the title, Forgotten Standards. The standards that I always forget about and never come back to. Like, oh, what's this? And then this is actually the first one that was suggested by one of my viewers, one of my new viewers, one of the new wonderful people who have come through. His name is Ethan Blackburn, and I'd like to say thanks so much. Here's his comment. He was suggesting a tune called How About You, which I'd never heard of before. So here we go. When a girl meets boy, life can be a joy, but the note they end on will depend on little pleasures that they share. So let us compare true hearts, we are told, kindred wishes hold. That's the reason, dearie, why I query while our fancies we discuss, if that's true of us. I like New York in June. How about you? I like a Gershwin tune. How about you? I love a fireside when a storm is due. I like potato chips, moonlight and motor trips. How about you? I'm mad about good books, can get my fill, and Franklin Roosevelt's looks give me a thrill. Holding hands at a movie show when the lights are low may not be new, but I like it, but I like it, but I like it. How about you? Alrighty. So yeah, let's quickly look at this tune a bit, man. There's some really cool harmony in it. Super old school. A lot of sixes. A lot of pedal point stuff, which is really pretty. I see why. There's one thing that my viewer, I've forgotten his name already. I'm pretty sure it's Ethan. Mr. Ethan. This guy. Yes, Ethan, I was right. One of the things he mentions is that Bill Evans did a version of this tune. And yeah, like pianists love pedal points. And there's a lot of great chord movement here. Because it's pretty cool. It's sort of, you could, oh yeah, I transpose this to, because it starts in G. Everything in the first bit's all in G, including the first part of the A, and then you get this nice movement back again to the B half diminished to your. So it's a 2-5 in A. Yeah, it's a 2-5 in A minor. going to an A7. Implying a 2 minor in. So it's a 2/5 in. It's a 2/5 in A minor. Let me see. Is that the right way to? Yeah, it is 2/5 in A minor, but like to A7. Yeah, which is targeting the D6, which is the 5. To go back, so it's more like a momentary. It's using a few borrowed chords to sort of target that D6. I see what it's doing. Okay. So yeah, it's just first bit stays in G, and then it sort of targets this. It implies this kind of contiguous 2/5 movement. For those who don't know, contiguous 2/5 just means it's 2 5/1 progressions next to each other. It's a really nice and easy way to increase the harmonic rhythm of any phrase that you're working with. So let's say I've got I'm in G and I'm going to go to D. Instead of just going what Lane is doing here is he's going, okay, what I'm going to do is that I'm going to, because the 2/5/1 progression is a great way to target the chord, what I'm going to do is instead of just going, I'm going to put a 2/5 behind that 2/5. So now your E minor becomes the target. So you go. Essentially doing that, but it's slightly different because he's just targeting the 5 chord. So he's kind of, yeah, he's just targeting the 5 chord because he's doing because he's targeting a 2/5 in G minor actually, because he's using the half diminished. Yeah, he's interesting. I suppose he just wanted to spice it up. I'm not sure what. Interesting. Yeah. So yeah, anyway, essentially you just spice up the chord by extending the chord progression. And then he transposes momentarily to B major, which is pretty cool. So you get this nice, very cool pedal point, which is this is B of F sharp, to C sharp of F sharp, C sharp minor, to, and then back to G. And then the rest stays in G. Let me just double check. Yeah, the rest stays in G, and oh wait, yes, there's a nice little tag thing. There's a lot of because another thing that's really cool about this is that he uses the melody very beautifully to sort of move around with the harmony as well. It sort of links everything together, which is quite cool. Very, very sequential motion. I love this kind of writing. And you see it in particular in the B section. So in the A section, for example, where you see this kind of sequential writing. Sequential writing essentially means that you take a melody and you just transpose it as a way to continue the same theme, and it sort of it sort of reinforces the theme in your mind, and it's just really cool. I love that. And then what you do is you normally use harmony to flavor that. So for example, in the A section, you hear it in the and then he does it again in the B section, where he's holding hands at the movie show. And at the movie show, so this is a G of a D to an E flat of a D flat. And then I made this in A minor over C just because it made more sense. Because it's nice together. but obviously, yeah, because it goes to a B7 after that. So you literally have that. Yeah, so I think most people would play that as an A minor over C, I think, to be honest with you. And yeah, the sequential movement is... Yeah, which is very standard, but it's just so beautiful. And yeah, I think, you know what, I'm not going to listen, I'm going to leave a link to it in the description. I'm not going to actually listen to it. Because the chart is pretty accurate, so I feel like I got it pretty accurate. And I don't want to get copyright claimed. But yes, thanks so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed my little ramblings. This one was quite tricky because the little... I don't know, I think I'm a little rusty maybe, but just the little harmonic things kept catching me out with the piano and singing at the same time. So I might include a few bloopers and stuff like that for your entertainment. But yes, thanks so much for watching. Subscribe if you're new. There's been an unprecedented growth on this channel, which I'm very grateful for. And you know, join the 3%. I think it's probably 3% now. Yeah, thanks so much, guys. Have a great day. Bye bye. How about you? Love at the fireside. Okay. Okay, cool. Last take. You